Hey guys, this is Bharadwaj with Fonearena.com and this is the video review of the Micromax Canvas Nitro, the company's latest high-end smartphone in the Canvas range. The Micromax Canvas Nitro A310 that was launched back in March is still the company's flagship smartphone, but the Canvas Nitro is packed with features and comes at a cheaper price tag. Priced at Rs 12,500, is this one of the best smartphones in this price range? Let's find out in the full review. The Canvas Nitro has a 5-inch display at a resolution of 1280 by 720 pixels and a pixel density of about 294 ppi. It has huge bezels around the display and the display has a 178-degree viewing angle, which is good. Even though the display has a lower resolution compared to the Canvas Nitro, the display is bright, offers good sunlight legibility, and it has the oleophobic coating that prevents fingerprints. The display becomes too bright in some bright outdoor conditions if the brightness is set to auto, but overall the display is really good. The design of the smartphone is very similar to the Unite 2, which is curved on the sides, and since the smartphone is not too wide, it is comfortable to hold and feels solid in the hand. The earpiece is present on the top along with the 5-megapixel fixed focus front-facing camera with the OmniVision OV5648 sensor, a 22mm wide-angle lens with a 75-degree viewing angle, which should bode well for selfies, and the front-facing camera is good in that aspect, and it can also record videos at VGA resolution. It also has the usual set of sensors next to the camera and a LED notification light that glows in green and red colors. The usual set of capacitive touch buttons are located below the display. These are backlit and offer haptic feedback when pressed. The power button is present on the right side, and while talking of the sides, you can see that the thickness is very less. It is about 8.9mm thick, slightly thicker than the Canvas Nitro, and weighs about 157 grams. For a smartphone with a plastic body, this feels heavy. The volume rockers are present on the left. Both these buttons are attached to the back cover, and the 3.5mm audio jack is present on the top and the micro USB slot is present at the bottom. The back cover has a leather-like finish which looks neat and also feels very premium, but it is still plastic, much like the Samsung Note 3. It offers good grip so that it doesn't slip out of your hand so easily. The color we have here is the mesmerizing blue, but the smartphone also comes in pristine white color. There is a 13-megapixel rear-facing camera with a single LED flash, and there is also a secondary microphone hole just above the camera module. It has the Sony IMX135 CMOS sensor with the f2.2 aperture lens made by Largan, which has 5 elements and it's also wide-angle at 28mm. It also has the blue glass filter for better rendition and color balance. It is the same sensor that is used in the Xiaomi Mi 3. Images are decent, but colors are not perfect in most images. Macro shots came out well, details could have been better for a 13-megapixel camera, and low-light images had a lot of noise and some ended up very blurry without much detail. But the LED flash offers ample amount of light for the shots so that close-up shots are good with flash. Overall, it's a decent camera but not the best. It can record videos at 1080p Full HD resolution at 30 fps, and thanks to the secondary microphone, it can record stereo audio. Video is too sharp, but the quality is pretty good. Coming to software, the phone runs on Android 4.4.2 KitKat out of the box. The OS is almost stock with some visual changes, and the home screen looks almost similar to the Google Now screen that we had seen on the Unite 2, but it doesn't launch Google Now on swiping from right to left. Micromax has introduced several new features in the Canvas Nitro in terms of software. The home screen now has gestures, a new feature that lets you launch several system apps and perform several actions by simple finger gestures such as pinch in, pinch out, 2-finger flick up, and more. These gestures can be used to play or pause music, go to previous or next music track, increase or decrease volume, open phone dialer, messaging app, or music player. Micromax has also introduced a new widget that lets you quickly capture an image, record a video, and take a selfie directly from the home screen. The front-back mode lets you capture images using the rear camera on top half and the front-facing camera at the bottom half. Another new feature is the quick look that can be seen when swiping to the left of the screen. It automatically gathers news from several topics and weather based on your location. There is a trending apps widget that shows trending apps for the day. This can be removed, but the quick look screen cannot be removed. Another interesting new feature that has been launched is the smart alerts in the lock screen. If you receive a notification, it shows you different colored strips along with the icon of the app on the lock screen, and once you tap the notification, it directly takes you to the app. This also has blink screen, a new lock screen that shows you the time when you press the power button to unlock the phone. This is the default screen that replaces the slide to unlock that was seen on earlier smartphones. So you cannot access widgets or launch the camera directly from this lock screen. Out of the 2GB of RAM, you get 1.96GB of usable RAM. About 900 MB of RAM is free when the phone is idle on first boot. Out of 8GB of internal storage, you get about 5.68GB of usable storage, out of which about 5.3GB is free since the phone comes with some preloaded apps. You can set the memory card as the default write disk, but cannot move apps to the SD card as we found. The phone comes with a lot of preloaded apps. It comes with the usual set of utility apps, the Google apps, Micromax's own set of apps such as the M-Doodle, M-Games and a lot more. And there is also the M-Security, which is an anti-theft app powered by One Assist and Me Unlock. These apps occupy about 350 MB of internal storage. The music player has a standard user interface. Audio from the bundled earphones and the loudspeaker output is pretty decent. The FM radio has the standard UI and comes with auto search, RDS and recording. The SIM management option is a common feature in the dual SIM phones that lets you configure both the SIM cards granularly with options. The primary SIM supports 3G and the second SIM supports only 2G. It comes with the usual set of connectivity features and the phone lacks USB OTG support as we noted. The phone is powered by a 1.66 GHz octa-core MediaTek MT6592 processor and has a Mali 450 MP4 GPU. It did not lag a bit and multitasking was pretty smooth thanks to the 2GB of RAM. The device doesn't get heated much when multitasking, watching videos or using 3G like the Canvas Night, which was one of the big concerns in that smartphone. We tested several games on the phone. The graphics were good even when it was set to high and the gameplay performance could have been better. Coming to the battery life, the Canvas Nitro has a 2500 mAh battery, slightly bigger than most of the top-end Canvas smartphones. Micromax has improved battery management in KitKat as we had seen in the Unite 2 review, but it's applicable only on standby in this phone. Battery life is excellent on standby, but once 3G is enabled, battery drains drastically. It lasts for a day with average use with screen time of around 1.5 hours. Video playback doesn't drain the battery much, but with heavy use such as 3G and gaming, it lasts less than a day. It has the CPU power saving mode to limit the CPU use to conserve battery life, but it doesn't help much. Overall, the Micromax Canvas Nitro is definitely a decent smartphone in the range. The display is one of the positives in the smartphone. Even though it doesn't have a unibody design like its flagship smartphone, the build quality is pretty good. The camera is good for videos, but the photos could be better. It runs on Android 4.4.2 KitKat, but it is doubtful if the smartphone would be updated to the next version of Android. At a price tag of Rs 12,990, the Canvas Nitro is a decent smartphone only if you can compromise on some disadvantages like the battery life. To summarize better, listed here are the pros and cons of this device. And that's about it for the video review, guys. Do check out the full review on the blog. The link will be up on the description below. Do hit the like button if you like this video and do hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. You'll be seeing more videos like these. Thanks for watching and let us know what you think in the comment section below.